What's up, everybody? Welcome back and happy Tuesday. I'm meteorologist Andrea Myers, bringing you your daily hail forecast, sponsored as always by C3 Group, Merlin Law Group, American Contractor, and Atlas. And they're still there for you in the description to this video. Go ahead and check them out. Today, we're talking about that lake effect snow that's still continuing to kind of pound the northeast, getting more accumulations on top of what we already got last night. So we're covering all that. And then getting into where to roof for the next 48 hours before storms start to switch back up. Could have a little bit of a change up in our jet stream pattern, bringing more storms to Texas, Louisiana, and the rest of the Gulf Coast. So going to talk all about that in a second. But first, guys, there was overwhelming demand to our Cyber Monday deal, as I am being told. So that means we have extended it now through Thursday. So yeah, you get 15% off of your annual renewals and subscriptions through February. So go ahead and get ahead of that deal. You can keep your team ahead with the most accurate maps in the industry. So call now. There's our number right there to weatherproof your success. So lots of good stuff ahead of you for those deals. Get on to Hail Trace, give us a call, we'll get you set up. Now, for our current conditions, getting into our weather here. Yeah, there's that lake effect snow continuing to head into the Great Lakes region. Just south of Watertown has been getting hit with that same band for a little while now. We'll take a look at snow accumulations. It is substantial through there, just south of Buffalo as well, in the Grand Rapids area. All y'all getting lake effect snow, and that is continuing into today. Should hopefully be tapering off soon. Rest of the nation is going to be quiet and cold. 35 degrees in Kansas City, in the mid-50s in Oklahoma City and Dallas as well. Same for Atlanta, lots of 50s across the south. And then getting chillier if you're getting impacted by that big low pressure system that we're seeing swinging through the Ohio Valley and the Midwest. Now this guy, this is what we're watching for Texas, okay? And we'll see that move through into Thursday, but we got to get through the next 48 hours before we talk about Thursday. So starting out with our winter weather advisories and our lake effect snow warnings, still in effect here for parts of Ohio, Pennsylvania, New York. For the winter weather advisory, just depending on where you are in that band, you could get 2 to 7 inches of additional lake effect snow on top of what you've already seen, as well as that wind gusting up to around 35 miles an hour. Lake effect snow warnings, now those are going to be a little bit more substantial. If you guys are in the main part of that band, locally you could see double digits of snowfall from the continued system passing over you guys, and you still get those gusty winds. So that's going to last through Wednesday morning, and then that low pressure should hopefully shift out of your way, and then you'll be done with that snowfall. Down in the south, you guys are in it now as well. We got a red flag warning for northern Georgia. Winds up to 15, 20 miles an hour, gusting up to 40, and then we got that low relative humidity, some dry fuels out there. Just makes it easy to start fires. So keep that in mind if you're up in that pink highlighted area. Now down in the rest of the south, we got that freeze warning and a frost advisory in effect. Basically, that's just going to last overnight. Got temperatures in the low to mid 20s all the way to the low 30s. And so, you know, you see frost formation getting below freezing. So plan accordingly for that. Should just expire tomorrow morning once that sun comes back up, warms you back up. Now here's your 24-hour snow totals. If you guys are in the Northeast, going back to lake effect snow here, got over 2 feet of snow just to the south of Watertown, just to the north of Syracuse, if you're coming off of that lake effect snow band there. So good amounts for you guys. Got over 16 inches in some parts of New York, just south of Buffalo, and then decent snowfall amounts as well in Michigan. If you're between Grand Rapids and Kalamazoo, you got some high totals there just to the east of Traverse City as well. And then, there's a closer look at your New York snowfall totals. And then if you guys aren't in those main bands, we're still seeing some decent accumulations around Binghamton, Albany, still seeing some of that winter weather gearing into the Northeast as we move more towards the winter season. So Here's your forecast snowfall now. So that's what already happened. This is what we're expecting here through Thursday. Just a little dusting by your evening commute around 5:30 Eastern time, just a little bit more. Then those lake effect bands start to pick back up into the overnight hours, and then there's your morning commute to work, 8 a.m. Eastern. Now seeing a couple inches more of snow near the Syracuse area, near Buffalo again, Traverse City, the areas that have already been impacted by that lake effect snow, continuing to see some roll through. And then by Thursday, not seeing any crazy additional accumulations. Once that low pressure system moves out of the way and the winds shift, we should be pretty much done with that lake effect system. So can you roof? All right, for the rest of the nation, yes, if you're in the South, and if you're not a roofer, if you're just one of our homeowner viewers, or just kind of watching because you're a weather enthusiast, should be a nice time to get out and about if you're in the southern U.S. 60s in Texas, upper 50s by the end of the day here in Oklahoma, and for the South, still generally nice weather. Now, if you're watching from the Ohio Valley out in the Northeast, it's chillier, but my parents are from Cleveland and Rochester, so we're used to that kind of crazy cold up there. Just bundle up a little bit, and then the Rocky Mountain West is going to be in the mid-30s as well for the end of the day today. Tomorrow afternoon, warming back up again, almost hitting 60 in Oklahoma City. Same for you guys down in Jackson, Little Rock, just generally nice weather in the South. And that is going to play into our severe weather setup later on this week, all right? So we're seeing still some relative warm weather. And then cold front sweeping through into Thursday could potentially gear us up to see yet another round of severe stuff down in Texas. So let's look at that. Here's that upper jet stream moving out if you guys are up in the New England states, all right? That's what's been pulling all of that lake effect snow onto land. As that shifts out of the way, now we're going to see more of a ridging pattern through the central U.S. on Wednesday, more chance to see some development of heat, of humidity, and we really need that Gulf moisture pulling up into Texas and Oklahoma to get any sort of widespread severe. Now, it's the end of November, so odds are kind of stacked against us, but we do have a low pressure system now heading in from the desert Southwest, moving into Texas and Oklahoma with that cold front and dry line, and as it passes through, potential to see severe weather get carried along with it out to the southeast. So watching that all the way into the end of the week, here's a look at your cold front. Thursday afternoon, should see it starting to move through the Oklahoma and Texas panhandles there, seeing temperatures drop through Amarillo, through Guymon, Dodge City. Then things make a run at Oklahoma City into Friday morning, and then there we are by Friday afternoon, now only sitting in the 40s in Oklahoma City. Cooler weather in Texas. It's not a super strong cold front, but again, we're looking at late November. So that's going to continue to track off towards the east, and then eventually lift back up into the end of the week. But this whole area that cold front is tracking through, where we have some humidity, that dry line, low pressure system, it all adds up. So we could potentially see that severe risk. There's your dry line, all right, that yellow line there, where that super dry mountain air is meeting that nice humid Gulf air. Thursday afternoon, everything tracks off to the east, just like that cold front, and then we're seeing that dry line do the same thing by Friday afternoon, tracking through Texas and into the southeast, and then bringing all of that instability and storms off with it. So for your look-ahead forecast, Thursday, it's going to be from Texas into Louisiana, mostly in East Texas where things get started. And we'll show you guys a little bit of a higher resolution radar into tomorrow. But for today, it's looking like everything's going to be kind of messy in the mornings, which again plays against any sort of crazy hail, supercell kind of weather. We're looking at potentially a tornado risk, then some hail, then some wind. So here's your severe threat for Thursday. All right, again, tornadoes right now are looking to be out of these risks, tornadoes are looking to be the most prevalent, but that should still stay scattered, to be clear. Hail as well, just with any supercell activities. Flooding with multiple rounds of rain passing through will be up there in your risk area. And then for high winds, that's a little bit on the lower end. But overall, we could see all risks on Thursday, so stay tuned into tomorrow's forecast, and we'll talk about it. Now, ending the show with our Tuesday trivia. How fast do snowflakes fall on average? So if you guys were on our Instagram stories, you saw this question, had the morning to think about it and answer, and here it is. 1 to 2 miles an hour, all right? So they're slow. I mean, that makes sense, right? You see them kind of floating down. They can, though, fall up to 9 miles an hour, just depending on how water-packed that snow is. It really just depends. You know, if it's that super dry, powdery stuff, it's going to go a little bit on the slower end. If it's more packed with that water, it's going to go a little on the faster end. So I think this 1 to 2 miles an hour makes sense, at least for me. But that 9 miles an hour, that's kind of a fun fact there. They can kind of be zooming if they are in the right conditions. So there's your Tuesday trivia. Go ahead and interact with our stories if you guys don't already do that. We post our trivia, post weather updates in the mornings, and all sorts of stuff on there. You can also follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Hit See First on Facebook so you never miss a live video, and smash that subscribe button everywhere else. And then if you want to get in contact with us, go ahead and scan the QR code up above me, or click the link in the description to this video. But if you want access to that Cyber Monday deal, call now. Our number is 855-334-4245. Or you can email us at info@hailtrace.com. Check out our website, hailtrace.com, for more details. But again, remember, I'm not going to plug it too much, but you got to call if you guys want access to that 15% off. So we'll get you hooked up. Ask us any questions, or just call to say hello. But for now, I'm meteorologist Andrea Myers. Thanks for watching.